I've been tinkering with this. Tinkering is the wrong word. I've been thrashing it out with this ePUB formatting thingy. I had uploaded a video about it earlier today, and I ended up having to delete it because completely wrong. Somehow the files that I previously worked on with Google Docs are becoming corrupted. Now I just found one that was not corrupted. So they're not all corrupted, but a lot of them are. Which means the spacing is all messed up again, and most of the images are gone. Replaced with this little thing with a little exclamation thing. So it's yeah, I thought maybe making sure I had a page break on every page would reduce the errors or some of the glitches that I don't think they do a darn thing. The only sure way of getting it more or less passable is uploading your document and just working on all the spacing issues and then downloading it immediately. Don't leave it for the next day or even for a couple of hours and then come back to it and try to download it. It may be alright or it may not. So yeah, don't put off downloading it. As soon as you finished working on it, you download your ePUB file. And as far as uploading an ePUB file and just adding something to it and then yeah, that doesn't work. You really have to know what you're doing. That's when all the coding stuff starts up and all the, because it like breaks it up. Well, for one thing, I had to figure out even how to access it once it's an ePUB thing, because you have to open other accounts now. They've got a, this is trying to upload an ePUB file, alright? You can open it with a Cloud ePUB reader, a zip extractor, Cloud Convert, or add or connect more apps. That's to try to upload or try to work on an ePUB thing. So as far as worrying about, what was it, DRM protection? Yeah. For the general public, I think your file is safe. I don't think that's going to be the issue. The issue with ePUB is formatting it well enough for it to be of any use without knowing any code. Alright? In the previous video, I already deleted it. I mentioned the fact that I did a little bit more reading on these files. And you'll find a lot of articles online about PDF versus ePUB. Alright, which one should you use and all this kind of stuff, and they really get into it. The gist of it is, if you don't know how to code and you want to get your documents looking just so, you got to use the PDF file thing. You can use the ePUB thing, but if you don't know coding, odds are you're not going to get it the way you want. You're going to have to settle for whatever you can manage to do, basically. The advantage of the ePUB for the user is that it works better on an e-reader. You can change the size of the text and manipulate it in different ways, whereas with the PDFs, it's just set as is. You can't do anything with it. So the ePUB thing is really for e-readers. All right? Just your e-reader device and the way it manipulates the file, right, to enhance the text, whichever way you want it. So that's the thing. But again, if you don't know coding, you're not going to get it the way you want it. You're just going to have to settle for whatever you can manage to get, which is where I'm at right now. I'm still trying to figure out why my files are becoming corrupt on the Google thing. I mean, is it that I rename it? Is it that I make copies off of it? It's something, because whatever it is, most of my files have already been corrupted. The spacing's all messed up again, and most of the images are gone. So it's yeah. I was able to find one that wasn't corrupt and do my little thing with it. Funny enough, it was the one that with the copyright page. For whatever reason, that wasn't corrupted. Then it didn't mess it up. So I was able to use that, add a cover to it, and I'm going to use that for my shop thing. And I also took the cover off, and actually I took the copyright page off and the cover because I wasn't thinking about that at the time. And downloaded another copy for StreetLib, which I'm going to try to submit this again. Shinshi apparently backed away from, they said, no, we're not even sure you're supposed to be, using the material you used or whatever, but they're the company that insists on using the copyright mark, a mark that hasn't had to be used since 1988. So we're talking, 30 years, 35 years? And they're still, so I'm not quite sure they know where they're coming from or what they want to deal with or what they don't want to deal with or whatever, but since they don't seem to, someone has to know what they're doing, okay? And since I don't know what I'm doing, I need a platform that knows what it's doing. So if they're kind of not sure about things, that's good that they have so many issues they're still dealing with. I've got plenty of my own, and we don't have to really bother with each other, so that's good. So I'm still doing the StreetLib, and now Shinshi, we don't need to deal with each other, okay? Because someone in this whole thing has to know what they're doing, and it's not me. So, yeah. So I was able to use that file. That was one of the few that wasn't corrupted, and add a cover to it. I modified I actually left the copyright thing in there anyway, but I modified it because it mentioned them. And yeah, I downloaded it and put it aside. That's for my shop. And then I took all that stuff out, the cover, the copyright thing, and I put it aside, and I'm going to try again with StreetLib. I don't know if I copied the download I took from Kobo and just put it there, and somehow maybe these files can't be copied like that. Maybe they have to be downloaded from something. Maybe that's what, I don't know. Maybe it just messed up the file. Maybe you're not supposed to do that. Maybe that's why it's safer to use that. No. But I think that's what, I'm beginning to think that that's what happened. I took the submission folder or file that I had used for Kobo, copied it, pasted it into a folder I made for StreetLib, and then just uploaded that, and that may have been why it was not acceptable. I don't know. But this time I downloaded it specifically for them, so let's see if that did it. Hopefully that was it, but now I still have to figure out why my files are getting corrupted in Google Docs. Okay, yeah, I'm really going back and forth with this ePUB thing. Alright, I'll keep you informed. Again, this is the second video. I had to delete the first one because all my assumptions and what I was going to do, completely blown out of the water. But that wasn't it at all. But now I still have to figure a couple of things out. So we'll see how it all works out. Okay, it is 5:28 p.m. Is it Wednesday evening? Somewhere in Brooklyn. February 22nd, 2023. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you later. Take care.